My name is Singh. I'm the principal at Khalsa Montessori School, which is in Brampton, Canada. And I have my qualifications. I have a master's in education, and I have a master's in computer engineering, and I also have Montessori credentials for teaching elementary students. But in the real sense of what I do in a daily basis is I stay engaged in learning for our children, for parenting, for education in general, and I like to advocate for the child. And I also play a support role in the school for our teachers, for our parents, and it's fun. In 2007, we opened this school, and primarily because I wasn't happy with what I was seeing in the public education system. All the universities, even the top companies, they complain about graduates coming from school not being ready for work. And our schools are doing a phenomenal job if you look at what was required when they were created. That was in the industrial age. Obedient children, academically excellent, able to repeat facts on a very fast, have proper grammar. But right now, in our current age, companies and universities, they're looking for children who are creative, who love learning. So when it was time for my daughter to start school, I was just not happy with the traditional system, and I wanted a Montessori school. And the kind of Montessori that I was looking for, I couldn't find. And that's where I just started Khalsa Montessori School, which includes Montessori as well as ethnic, language and faith education for the child. KM School is a Montessori environment that provides all the Montessori curriculum along with ethnic, language and faith programs, starting right from our toddler program, which is for 18 months to 3-year-old child, and then to 3 to 6-year-old child, which is the CASA program. In this first period of development, the focus of the child is help me do things myself. So in both toddler and the CASA programs, the children get one-on-one lessons, and then they practice from their own choice independently. And we have programs in each of these environments for language, for math, for practical life, for sensorial, for cultural areas. As they progress to around age of 6, we move them. The child becomes more of a social being. The lessons become more of group lessons, and that's in our elementary program, which is grades 1 to 6. In there, the child wants to be able to think for himself. So the lessons are more of a small group lessons. They're great stories, and from those stories, the children branch on to one child may go on to a history research, one may go to more of a language research or science research. So this way, the children progress academically at their own choice, creatively. Along with their academics, we also want them to learn about life outside the school. So for their projects, if they need to go to a museum, to a city library, or to a city official, they make their arrangements and they go there themselves. And we provide them safety, but we allow them to become confident in their life outside the school. In the adolescent program, which is for our grade 7 and 8-year-olds, the focus there is to, because in this stage, they're ready to be an adult in the community. So we, along with the academic lessons, we give them opportunities to run their own business, to participate in the United Nations as a global citizen. So they represent a country each year and participate in the United Nations to come up with global solutions. So this way, the KM School Montessori program is a prepared environment for all stages of a child's life. Montessori is, I've got attracted to Montessori. The moment I set foot in a Montessori environment, the first thing that strikes you is the respect that the Montessori environment gives to the child. Everything is at the child's level. It's designed as a child's home. Uh, and then the next thing I found really neat about Montessori was the freedom that it gives the child to explore whichever area they want to explore, but within the limits of the environment that is prepared by the teacher. And then this respect and this freedom allows the child to be creative. And I think if I were to just summarize in 3 words, respect, freedom, and creativity is what attracted me to Montessori. And it is really important in this age because this is what our current age needs: creative, lifelong learners. So the Montessori curriculum is not just the language, the math, the sciences. What we've done uniquely in Khalsa Montessori School is to also add ethnic languages and faith programs, but in a Montessori way. And this includes French, this includes Punjabi, Hindi, and we've also had Tamil at one point. And in terms of faith, we teach the Sikh faith, the Hindu faith. We had a Jehovah's Witness child. So the approach in each of these areas is to approach the child and interest the child just as is done in a Montessori program for other areas.